Well, folks, went out to get a measurement for a back brace. Helped out the driver, got him an extra ride. These guys get X amount of rides, and anything that is like overtime afterwards, some kind of different pay. So that was good. Got there, no problem. So then I'm there, filled out all my paperwork and shit. When in comes this lady, and you know, she's younger, she's big, carrying about 35 things, you know. It's like, well, what the hell are you doing? And you got a cane, you can barely walk. So she's coming in for a walk-in. Well, there's like 5 people in the waiting room, and the guy's full, and they just told us, you know, I told me anyway, that they were running late. So, you know, they tell her blah, blah, blah. Then they come and make an announcement. All right, folks, we're running to be late. We're going to take everybody who has an appointment first, and then anybody who has a walk-in we'll take afterwards. So we're all like, okay, good. And then she takes that girl in, and we all were just like, okay, right? But you know what? I don't care, because I got nowhere to go, time to burn. And even, you know, big deal, you know. Usually I'd be pissed. These days, whatever. So yeah, I got measured, and they're going to build me a nice brace and conform it to my back, which is nice. So it's supposed to be for comfort. So we will see what happens when I get it. They have to have it shipped in, and then they got to call me in, and she wants to personally conform it to my back. So I'm like, damn, cool. So that was good today. Other things, let's see. Let's go back to living in your car. All right, so what you should do is go and always have hand sanitizer and some soap in your car and water. You need to, I did this before I left the house I was in. I got a knife and a spoon and a fork. Because you got to have those 3 things. And that's mandatory. You know, you can't depend on getting plastic silverware and whatnot. And let me tell you, I lived in my car, but I also couldn't really get out of my car very much. My leg was like 3 times the size of it usually, and it's usually huge to people that look at it. It's like it's an athletic leg, a weightlifter's leg, and it's seeping stuff, and it's wrapped up, and the skin just laps over. So you know, of course, it doesn't smell good. You know, so you really don't want to go in anywhere for any long periods of time. So you're in your car. You just have to do your best with moving around. Now, my chair in the driver's seat, which it was reclinable. You just lifted the thing and reclined it. Well, the motor part, bzzz, like that on the side, of course that broke. You know, so guess where it got stuck? You know, I could have worked with it if it was a little back. No, it gets stuck all the way forward. So I'm really screwed, you know. It's like my belly, unfortunately it's a tilt steering wheel. And fortunately I always drove with it up on the high setting, because that's just how it worked out. This was before anything. I bought it before I was not walking good. So that was, you know, and especially since I'm sleeping in my car, right in the chair, the driver's seat. So now, excuse me. So now I got this thing. So I got to try to finagle and get myself out and come in the passenger seat to sleep. That only lasted a little while, and then I had my fall, and that was that. And, you know, after I fell, I ended up in the hospital. So, but yeah, things you gotta have a can opener. You know, get you a good can opener. You need one. What else do we need? Things you don't think of that, they have around the house that are conveniences. Get a little piece of Tupperware, a couple pieces. You may not finish the food you have. You need to have this, and always have some kind, like if you open a bag of, I don't know, anything, cookies or rice or whatever, if you leave food out, you're going to have more fucking bugs in your car than you would imagine, especially here in Florida. So have some kind of storage that seals. Make sure you have, a blanket, and be prepared for cold weather. I'm glad I'm not homeless in Colorado. Probably freeze to death the first night, but out here it's not bad. I just slept with my clothes. There were very few times I had to bundle up, and I used a couple towels. So, but that's it for reflection and today's travels. So it was a good day. So that means another step up to the rise of the fallen Nuke. I'm out.